Well then, I don't remember her. I don't remember Julia looking like that. But let's see what happens. She's speed walking or something. Movement. Why are you looking like that? Bruh. I guess this is how the PS1 graphics are supposed to look. But it just wasn't advanced enough yet. What the heck is going on here? They don't look like sisters anymore. Oh shoot! They're like half sisters now. What is that? I guess it's not too bad, I guess. I thought the ending had different music though for each character. What's up with this? I guess it's supposed to be Jack. Or shall I say Arnold? I don't remember Bells having. What the frick? Why can't it look like that? I don't remember Bells having Fox in it. What the f? Somebody just had a freaking. Hold up. Am I tripping or somebody had a tiger's face or a jaguar's face in their hand? Ugh. What the frick? Hold on. Try to see something. 1, 2. Okay. Making sure that the mic working. Okay. Okay, Paul. Kind of freak this hair out though. Hey, that brother got stuck on his foot. What's happening with his hair? He punched so hard his freaking head went backwards. Look at his head. His head went sideways, bro. What happened? Why his hair went sideways like that? Look at. Did he punch himself? Okay. What the frick? Kazuya turned. Oh, for a second I thought Kazuya was me, bro. What happened? Why did he start off so dark? Look how dark he was. Looked like Michael J. White's body. Kazuya don't have a ponytail. Why does he have a ponytail here? What the heck is he carrying? What is that? What the frick was that? What is this supposed to be? What is that? What's he carrying? A Roblox character? What happened? This is a type of metamorphosis? What the frick? Okay. What? Okay. That was weird. Kazuya went from freaking Japanese to freaking Indian, bro. Okay, now he's Japanese again. I'm guessing that was Tekken number 1. Not to confuse it with Tekken Tag Tournament 1, but that was Tekken number 1. Okay. Let me see a little bit more. What is with her legs? I don't remember her legs being that big. Who the frick? That's her grandma? Or her mama? Okay, she started off running, then she started speed walking. What the freak is going on, man? Yeah, that's about it, man. I watched it already. Yeah, I don't know. What was the other stuff that popped up at the end? That was pretty weird stuff too. Into the Dragon, but it's a Tekken cutscene. Interesting. Saints Row reimagined by AI. I don't know, man. Saints Row already pretty strange, especially after the second one. It was pretty dang strange. Too much was happening. I was like, what the frick, man? What the frick? Yeah, it was pretty weird, man. Pretty weird. But yeah, that's the end of that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Should I read the comments? There's a curse by AI. Damn. See where the comments at. Okay. Whose ending is the most cursed? Shoot. Probably Kazuya's. That didn't make any sense, bro. That job was all over the place. It said Michelle ran there and walked. Yes, that's what I just said. Somebody said, what time is it, King? It's clock o'clock. Basically, yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. I was like, what the frick? Why is it a clock on the freaking bell? Yeah, all this stuff happened. Yeah, somebody said Paul punched Paul. Basically, yeah. That was the OG endings was already. Yeah, they were. Especially when Kazuya looked at the camera talking about. I was like, bruh, what the frick? That was like Kazuya defeated Mr. Miyagi. I heard of that name before, Miyagi, but I don't know who that could be. So somebody said that music is so nostalgic. Well, not to me. I don't think I was around when that came out. I started off from Tekken Tag Tournament number 1. That's the one I started off from. And that's pretty old too, but I got it years later at a freaking flea market. Did we get that junk at a? I think I got it at a flea market. I'm not sure. Maybe a pawn shop. Yeah, it's probably a pawn shop or a flea market. You know what I'm saying? The disc was already inside the PS2. You know, because it's like you couldn't really find them around that time. Couldn't really find them. So I'm so grateful that we found that at the flea market or whatever the heck. I forget where we got it at. I think it was I don't remember. I wasn't there to shop with mom or dad. So, or with mom and dad. But I'm guessing they either went to a flea market or a pawn shop. It worked pretty well too until it dropped off that dress off. Damn. Kazuya's infamous face at the end of his looks like a commercial. Shoot. He looked pretty weird. Can't lie. Paul punched a wall and a bunch of other paws fell apart. Yeah. I I think it happened like that because back then the graphics was so bad that they looked like freaking even in the cutscenes they looked like freaking action figures. It says hair falls out and instantly rolls back. I saw that. That was weird. I love how Anna's race kept yo, that was weird. She kept changing from nationality to nationality. I'm like, what the freak just happened? So the Anna's shoe isn't even missing. I'm saying it was on her foot, but somehow it ended up in the girl's hand. I was like, what the heck? Somebody said this doesn't feel like a fever dream. It feel like a nightmare or a fever nightmare. Oof. Sheesh. Speaking of such things, I never had a dream that looked like that. I had strange dreams. For years and years, I never had anything that looked like that. Like, what the freak was that? Sometimes I came for the guy at 143 and I was not disappointed. Who is that? Well, that was like Forrest Law to me. That was like Forrest Law to me. I don't know what's going on. Oh, man. Just in case you don't know by now. Most people know by now what Tekken is about. Tekken is about a bunch of warriors, right? Isn't it? It's about a bunch of warriors fighting to see who's the best. Just like most fighting games. They fight to see who's the best fighter. Right? Look at that, boy. Look at that uppercut. Look at that uppercut. Clean, bro. Look at that. Look at that uppercut. Just clean, bro. Look at that. Look at the form. Look at the form on it. Look at the form. Most people, if they try that out, you're gonna end up with back problems. Straight up. Look at that. Look at that. Damn, man. Look at the form, bro. I can only hope to learn that technique. Man. Look at it. Look at it. That hair gel is strong, man. Holding that hair in place like that. Holding it in place like ice hold water. Oh, man. He knocked that girl out. Sheesh. It's about that whole zoom in technique right there, right? I just learned about that. I just learned today that I can do that. I was like, what? I said, let me try out something. Let me see, can I move this like you move a smartphone, right? Put your fingers together. Look at that. I'm like, bruh, I didn't know I could do that. I feel slow. Had this freaking laptop for like freaking, had it for like 3 years? 3 or 4 years? Just find out that I can do this. Look at this junk. That's crazy, man. They should have told me this at the store. They didn't tell me anything, though, did they? Nope. All that they told me was that, oh, it's 30 or 40% off today. I was like, word? Because at first, when the dude was trying to tell me about that junk, when I was walking past, I was about to say, nah, man, I can't afford it. I know some people be embarrassed at junk like that. I'm not. Hey, if I'm poor, I'm just poor. I was about to tell him, yeah, I can't afford this, man. But what the frick is that? That don't look right. Oh, cosplay. Okay, some type of cosplay. But yeah, jump about 30 or 40% off. Couldn't beat it. But yeah, that's the one we were just looking at right there. That Tekken. Which is the first one. Right? Back when King had an actual mouth. Which was very creepy. And Yoshimitsu was a freaking hermaphrodite. Or whatever the freak he was. Hey, he was not the Yoshimitsu we know today. We couldn't tell what Yoshimitsu was. Well, back when I looked this up, I had to look it up because, like I said, I wasn't around when Tekken 1 came out. Like, I didn't know anything about no Tekken back then. I only knew Street Fighter, right? And back then, freaking, what's his name? Jack. He looked just like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? No, not so much on this cover. He kind of looked like him on the cover, but he looked more like him if you, like, look up, like, a video gameplay of this. You'll see. They had to change his face ASAP, or they was about to get sued. He looked too much like that guy. I'm like, and then Forrest Law, martial law used to look too much like Bruce Lee. I'm like, man, they should. Nah, I see why they changed it. They was about to get sued, yo. Big time. I'm glad they changed up freaking Yoshimitsu's character and freaking split him into two. Because if you look, it's like they had him as freaking two genders in one. Like they had him as Kinenitsu. That's how you say her name, Kanenitsu, and Yoshimitsu wrapped in one. And just in case you don't know that Kanenitsu, if you don't keep up with the Tekken lore, I think they got somebody named Kanenitsu, but I don't know how to spell that job. Let me just guess how to spell that. I spelled that wrong. Kanemitsu, right? Kanemitsu. I mean, that's the daughter of Kanemitsu. That's not like the actual. That's not the first Kanemitsu. Tekken does that a lot. A lot of people passed away or they went missing and they get replaced by their son or daughter or nephew or stepdaughter or something like that. That's not the first one. That's not the first Kanemitsu. Yeah, there you go. Was that Yoshimitsu on the first Tekken? I'm thinking that was Yoshimitsu, right? I heard it was. I heard that was Yoshimitsu. They be saying it's Kanenitsu on the first Tekken. Nah, bro, I heard that was Yoshimitsu, bro. They just couldn't decide whether they wanted him as a man or a woman. But either way, it's a cool fighting game about a bunch of warriors. Of course, one of the characters, this man possessed. The main character, Kazuya. Or one of the main characters. I think he one of the main characters. That man possessed, bro. You look him up. This man possessed, bro. Even when he's not in that demonic form, one of his eyes is always lighted up red. You know what I'm saying? Just always at least one red eye. Shoot, I'm new to this junk. I can't really operate it. Okay, I'm sure you can see it right there. When his eyes light up red for no reason, bro. Like, why? Anime? Oh, yeah, I did hear they had an anime about that junk. Wait a minute. That ain't the right one. That's something else. I know they had a Tekken anime show at some point. I never got a chance to see it yet. I'll probably see what's up with it if I don't get copyrighted. You feel me? Yeah, I'm about to end this video, man. Normally, I leave it off with a verse or two, like I always do. You see? Okay, we have a few here. Hope it's showing on the screen. Like an old overhead. Y'all probably don't know what that is. Like old overheads at school. They probably still sell them at the Office Depot. We got Proverbs 24:16 here. And it says, "For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again. But the wicked stumble in times of calamity." See, that's how it is in reality. But on Tekken, the wicked always getting back up. Not always, but most of the time. It's pretty strange. Pretty strange lore. Very strange. Very strange. You know? Kazuya has gotten up a whole lot of times. When he should have never been able to get back up. But maybe he'll turn into a good guy. I hope so. I like Kazuya. Well, his design, not his personality. We got 2 Corinthians 4:9. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. It's pretty good. You know, the truth be told here. A lot of those characters that get struck down all the time, but are not destroyed. I don't know if you ever seen it on Tekken 5 and Heihachi got blown up. And Raven was like, Heihachi Mishima is Or the D word. I don't know if you can say that. Right? He basically saying that he out of there. He ain't here no more. But that thing, you know, he actually still come back. I'm like, bruh. Right? So I skipped a few Tekkens because I don't play it. I haven't played all of them. I played a few. So I skipped a few after Tekken 4. And I forget how he came back. Was it Tekken 5? He came back from a freaking grave. I'm like, how does this dude even get it? Who buried him? You know, last I knew of him being attacked or targeted, they blew him up on a mountaintop, and Kazuya jumped down before he could get blown up with him. You know, somehow this man ends up in a grave. His hand comes out like, I'm like, bro, what is this, man? That game is funny as heck, man. Funny as heck. I'll leave y'all with this one though, man. I'll leave y'all with this one. And have y'all seen the cutscene on a new Tekken? How they just tricked us. We thought Heihachi was gonna turn over a new leaf and become a good guy. Which he did become a good guy for like what? A few days. The only thing it took was him getting hit by a boulder and his hair sticking back up. Somehow his hair ended up sticking back up when he got hit by the boulder. It was laying down, right? I guess if he grew it long enough, he could have put it in a long ponytail like his dad. But somehow it was sticking back up, and I just had a bad feeling. I was like, oh no, his hair sticking back up. They made it still a bad guy. And now his daughter then came around. I didn't even know he had a daughter. I'm like, the fig. Heihachi must have been a heck of a fornicator, which is just plain out disgusting. But Heihachi just kind of a disgusting individual when you think about it. Especially what he did to his dad. I was like, dang, you didn't have to do Jinpachi like that, man. All because you wanted to rule the Mishima Zabatsu. Man, that was messed up. That was messed up. But I ended with this John 3:36. You know, one of the more controversial verses, which it shouldn't be controversial, but it's controversial, or at least it seems like it is, right? I never heard no pastor mention this one. Whoever believes in the Son has eternal life. Whoever does not obey the Son shall not see life, which is heaven, but the wrath of God remains on him. I know people may say, why does it not say heaven, but it says life? It says life because heaven is going to be on earth. In case you didn't know that, it's going to be on earth. There's going to be a new heaven, right? Because the one we have now up there is going to be destroyed and well, it's not going to be destroyed, but it's going to be wiped clean, like a clean slate. Same thing with this earth. And the new earth going to just be like one big old city, no oceans or anything, just in case you didn't know that. And one big old city called New Jerusalem. It's gonna be glorious. I don't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss it. That's the reason why I wouldn't hang with nobody like Kazuya. He seemed like he want to miss it. He always on demon time. That's what his problem is, man. That's why I almost got taken out on Tekken 8. I hope I didn't spoil it for you in case you didn't play it yet. I'm about to be up out of here, though. May peace be upon you all and blessings from the Most High.